Hello, welcome back. Last time I relearned how to dream hyper for the 10th time. Let's see if I have to do it an 11th time today, or if it's actually stuck. Maybe. So, right, got one strawberry, I've been teleported forward. This is where I was. This level's cool, it just relies on things that I find unreliable. I'm hoping to turn them reliable by the end of it. That'd be nice. So go through a P here. Ooh, this is weird. So dash right to get it back because my feet go on the ground, but dash down instead of supering. So there's a half super here. That's cute. Reverse wave into possibly hyper? I mean ultra? Yeah, I think ultra is what's called for in that spot. Do one of those. This looks like just like basic actions, but a lot of them. Right, so sorry, let me actually call these things out. Because I have names for most of these things, even the ones that the game doesn't give me. So, enter, interrupt upward, wall bounce, enter, redirect, 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 half super, down, reverse wave dash into ultra, enter, interrupt upward, spring, dash right, interrupt downward, spring, enter, super to the left, enter up, redirect right, dream hyper, very late in the room. Is there any space to practice that earlier? Oh, that's a dream ultra. Okay, so dream ultra. Redirect backward, that's pretty good. If climbing wasn't disabled, I could maybe just climb here, but it is. Alright, so redirect backward, interrupt upward, wall bounce, enter to the right, redirect upward, super left, this is getting really long, enter, redirect right, I don't think a simple dream jump is going to get me that far, but I'll try it. I have to trust that it does. Alright, so just dream jump. I like if there's a consistent visual language for when to dream hyper, or at least reasonably consistent. If I don't see the crystal, then I think my instincts to try to dream hyper or super will be suppressed. Okay, so redirect right, interrupt down, spring, room goes on forever. Oh, I'm at the right edge though. Enter right, redirect left, interrupt down, and that's the end. Also suspiciously maybe breakable thing right there, maybe not though. I'll investigate when I'm there. Alright, that's a long sequence. So, no opportunities to practice dream hypers prior to where I'm gonna have to do it. That was a full super. Not even, but it was an attempt at a full super. I need half. Right, and that's into a reverse wave dash right now. So I've seen it, now I need to feel it. I think this won't be too bad. Like, there were only a couple of problem-looking spots. It's just that all the not very problem-looking spots will still be slight bits of a problem. Making that transition is turning into a problem spot. Yep, that takes some effort. Okay, I pulled it off. Ah, my interrupt didn't happen though. Okay, that's actually not too bad. My interrupt didn't happen though. Alright, problem spot number 1, solved until it decides to get chewed through by a mole or whatever. Okay. Oh, the directions and the timings. My two thumbs aren't quite communicating perfectly right now. Okay, right. Alright, so new records. It was a lot to parse, but it goes pretty quickly, so that's probably about 1/3 of the way through the room at that point. This feels like the length of a final room, but it doesn't feel deep enough into the level to be a final room. However, this could just be a short one. Some of them are. I don't know why I try so hard to predict this ahead of time. Like, I'm happy to just be along for the ride. I definitely don't have anything resembling reliability for such predictions. But I guess speculation is just fun. Ah, wait. Okay, I want to test something. By the rules I know, shouldn't I be able to redirect up right in the middle of that? Like, why can't I? I can if the... Ah, okay. So, right, like, the dream blocks in this level are special in that if I have a dash, I can change direction by using it in the middle. And... okay, that's not a jump, that's a hyper. Right, okay. And I can have a dash in the middle of the dream by doing that, but I specifically don't want one here, because I want my interrupt to happen at the end of the dream. Okay. I tried, but I made, like, all the wrong inputs. Okay, so... it'd be nice if I were consistent getting to that point, but that reverse is not. Neither is this wall bounce, not entirely. Yep, reverse not consistent. Buffering is great, but it kind of messes with timings sometimes, because a buffered input means a delayed input. Well, I tried. Okay, so learn to believe in that spot, maybe. And a delayed input means whatever follow-up I need to make to that also might need to happen later. Well, something happened. I don't think it was a dream hyper, though. Not sure what it was. Yep, that timing. The timing of that interrupt. Like, I guess I'm just going too early in general. Yeah, I can go later. There's like a little delay when I'm popping out of the dream block, I think. At least it feels like there is one, but maybe I'm just seeing the dash delay. Yeah, I think that's what it actually is. But it amounts to what feels like the same thing there. I kind of wish there were an earlier spot where I could practice the dream hyper input. Is there one over here? Because, like, I need to drill myself on that every time I start one of these. I mean, I can do it here. Okay, that was a dream hyper, I think. Okay, I did too. That reminds me what they feel like. Wasn't the best test, but it was something at least. I mean, I could always pop out and go to the library, right? And there's no springboard there. You have to actually press the jump button. Oh! No super happened. I had my hair up there. Dang it! The springboards making me not have to press the jump button are messing with me when I do actually have to press it. I like that that ultra is nice and generous. Like, there's just not much room to fail it. After assuming someday I do that Dream Hyper. It's a Dream Ultra, right, that's what comes after. Okay, yeah, not just Hyper, but also Ultra. Okay, so, like, I need to be mentally preparing myself as this super happens. This can just be automatic, but as soon as I redirect, be ready to initiate a Dream Hyper. It is an event, and I need to be mentally prepared. Then I'll interrupt backwards, wall bounce, go in, redirect, super, interrupt backward. This is all pretty obvious until I need to remember to dream jump here. Don't do anything fancier. I mean, that's the easier one, so that should be fine. That's intuitive, and that's the end. Okay, it is actually just the one Dream Ultra. Okay, this room's not so bad, in theory. It's just a lot of stuff. Whoops, too early. I was way over to the left somehow. That was a bad Ultra. Okay, my mind is on the one place, yeah, that was just coming up there. Looks like there's just going to be one main problem spot in the level, probably. Everything else will just have the normal level of inconsistency. But the boss I'm fighting... I wanted that to be the attempt where I'd get there so I could just stop and then say, is right here when I got there. Is right here, okay. Okay, I made an attempt. Something vaguely resembling a Dream Ultra happened. The timing was completely off, however, the inputs were in the right order. So that's progress. Part of me kind of wishes that, like, this tech would show up in more levels just so I'd get good at it. That almost worked. Okay. But then my dash didn't go off because my timing was off somehow. I felt it, how it was. It was too early. Whoa! Okay. Ah. I'm not interrupting that one early enough. It comes up so quick. Oops. I tried. Let's try believing. Believe it'll work. It worked. Look at that. Yo. That was all it took. Just one instance of belief. Alright? Why does that work? It should not. I am just fooling myself into thinking it does, and I'm not actually. I'm just pretending. But, still. It is funny that it lines up so much with things working. Okay, so, that room is conquered. Turned out not to be as bad as I expected. Okay, interrupt downward. That looks like it's gonna fall. And yes, there is indeed a slot for it, so a springboard will be here in the future. Springboard, enter, redirect, redirect, probably just dream jump to get to the springboard. Enter, that's clearly a dream hyper, but then what do? That won't get me high enough to go there, so I go up, redirect down, interrupt super, enter down, redirect left, interrupt up, wall bounce, reverse wave dash, enter and just a regular dream jump into, like, wave dash. Dream jump into wave dash into ultra, I think, is the request here. Enter that, interrupt up. Double reverse air super? How stable is that ground? It's the color of stable ground, I think. There's a slight little... No, it's the same color as that, isn't it? The lighting's different, so I can't tell. Kinda wish there were a consistent visual language for thing that will fall and thing that will crumble. Because, like, I don't know how this block is gonna behave. There's no way to tell ahead of time. I'm just gonna have to get there and see. Suppose I did reverse super, then reverse super into a very weak ultra? If that stayed where it was, there's no slot for it down there. So either it falls where there's no slot and covers the spikes, I think that's unlikely, or crumbles, or stays where it is, and I do exactly what I described, which makes the most sense for traversing the room, so let's hope that's what it is. Then I redirect, do another Dream Hyper, into Ultra, get through there, a regular Dream Jump will get me through just fine, I don't have to get fancy. Okay. I have definitely forgotten the early parts of that, let's relearn by doing. That was maybe a Dream Super, I couldn't actually tell, but in any case it was the wrong move, whatever it was. There I get confused. Okay, so Dream Jump that. Yeah, Dream Jump there is not enough, the angle is wrong, that's why it has to be a Hyper. Somehow that one feels natural and doable. I tried to do one there and I think I succeeded, but it was the wrong move. Dang it. Ooh, I felt like my position was all wrong and that threw me off. Why is that Dream Hyper feel so natural and normal and I can do it no problem, when all the others are huge problems? Okay, so that's a crumble. Oops. If that one block I think might be stable is not stable, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe it crumbles and comes back? That would actually make the most sense. Maybe there's like 2 layers to the crumble. I don't know, I suspect it's just gonna crumble and my plan won't work. But I need to get there to find out. It's certainly possible that the visual language has been consistent here. The thing about that, though, is like everything is such a similar color and texture that... Okay, so like look at the ground I'm standing on now. Is this distinct in color or texture compared to things that crumble? That thing falls, it's more purple and pink. That one I can tell. But then the later thing that crumbles, like those are a known quantity. Later thing that crumbles here. You have a separation between you and the surrounding terrain, however, your tile set and color is identical, so no, I cannot tell by looking. I just have to guess and check. Well, the natural easy Dream Hyper unsurprisingly stopped being natural and easy. Yep. What does it mean when it goes wrong that way? I don't know, it didn't go wrong this time, so I'm not going to question it too much, I guess. Oops. If it just keeps working, we won't have a problem. It didn't keep working, though. Good. I think I was actually too late on those other 2 attempts. It's hard to tell, though. Right, I'm never ready for whatever I'm doing there. So it's Wave Dash into Ultra. Then I think there's a turnaround, redirect into, like, wall bounce or something? Yeah. Wave Dash into Ultra, turnaround, redirect into... Ah, now I see it. Yes, wall bounce, and that won't crumble the thing that probably crumbles here. Of course. So that'll put me in wall bounce range. I'll get the crystal. I probably want to reverse... I'll probably have the height for a wave dash, so probably reverse wave dash into Ultra there. Ooh, double Ultra, okay. It's easier for me than Dream Hyper, which I gotta do here. And a third Ultra, okay. And then that's the end. Even if I don't manage to Dream Jump here somehow, I might even be able to recover with an up dash. Okay. So right, that is the main center of activity in this room. Other than that one, at least that's early on. Ooh, something happened that I was actually able to tell what happened. Let's see if... I'm gonna do the same thing now and see if it's good. Yeah, okay, so, this might be just a thing about my own perception. But I'm doing the separating input thing between my dash and my jump inputs there. I'm distinctly inputting dash before jump. So I think what's happening is that I'm buffering the dash and not buffering the jump. But that puts both within the 4-frame timing window. Oh, that was just a jump though. So that was not... the dash buffer didn't go through. However, that feels good to me and somehow just lines things up. So like if it works for me, then that's what I'll do. Yeah, okay. It makes absolutely sure that I'm pressing the inputs in the right order. And that I am pressing both of them. Because like one way to fail a Dream Hyper is just to sort of mash the dash and jump buttons at the same time. And that makes sure I at least don't do that failure mode. Okay, has that made that reliable for me? I keep wanting to do it there, but there's no crystal, so yeah, those instincts are not well developed. as I want to imagine. That has made that far more reliable than it has been. I won't remember that next time I forget how to Dream Hyper, probably. Or maybe I will! Maybe this is the moment when I learn. Okay. New record. Looking good. Buoyed by the confidence of having a way to make that Dream Hyper work. Things are looking up. Yo, yeah, that's close enough to consistency for me. Like, that's brought that down to the failure rate of, like, everything surrounding, and no more. Alright, so that timing is later than I think. Cool, love it. Oh, that feels super good to be able to pull that off every time. Doesn't feel great to fail my interrupts like that. I guess really that's to do with the same timing window, there's just no jump afterwards. Yeah, so this feels like a very, very good Dream Hyper timing training level. Whoa, I actually made it with a hyper there. I didn't want one. It's hard to not do one in that spot, which is pretty funny, given the failure rate in all the other spots. My problem there is I do it too well. Well, my problem there is I try to do it when I shouldn't. But it is kind of funny that my problem has become I'm Dream Hypering too much. That was a dash direction issue. I can adjust for that. Like, this is a lot of interrupts I have to do. Okay. Dang it. Yes, good. No, every time! My instincts. My poor instincts. No, it's... okay, right. So that's an interrupt. Like, there's like 5 different things I can do when exiting a dream block now. I just gotta keep in mind which is which in each spot. Okay, my technique stopped being as reliable. However, I think it's still good enough. I was too far right. Got in the pixel perfect spot to not catch that crystal. Oh, whoops. Wasn't where I thought I was, apparently. Ooh, I'm a little low. Yeah, that made me uncomfortable, and I wasn't ready to do the hard thing. Yep. I'm in the Gulf. The Gulf where things don't work as well as they were working. Which usually means I'm about to reach the other side, and everything starts working great, right? It doesn't always mean that. I think I'm still on my way down deeper into the Gulf. When will I hit the bottom? Have I hit it already? Okay. What am I doing differently all of a sudden? I'm being later. Okay, I was too late. That was the issue. Okay, got that sorted. Got that sorted. Yo! Then what? This? Yes. Okay. Cool. Wow, other end of that gulf. Sure resolved itself quickly. Nice! Feeling great. The watchtower is right here. I see your pattern at this point. Alright, well hey, I'm super happy with that progress. Things are very good. Having a great time in this level. My techniques are reliable enough today, so the 11th time didn't happen yet. I mean, it sort of did, but like, it happened quickly and smoothly. Alright, next time this. I'll see you then.